channel. This is our first video of hopefully many. We are Rayla and Rodney React, and we are going to be reacting to our favorite football team and hopefully yours as well, the Rams.
Let's go Rams. So a big day today. We get the schedule for 2021. So now we already knew who the opponents were going to be. We just didn't have dates yet. You know, we've got Jared Goff coming to SoFi with the Detroit Lions. We've got a trip to Lambeau Field. We play the Vikings. Of course, we've obviously got the Seahawks, the Niners, and the Cardinals. We've got Tom Brady and the defending Super Bowl champs coming to SoFi, so maybe we can get a little revenge from the Super Bowl. Although we did beat them last year in Tampa Bay, so
maybe we can have a Tom Brady in the Super Bowl at home.
There we go. Yeah. So anyway, so this is all right. It's just starting to get real now. 2021 season. We can start talking about the schedule. So without any further ado, we're going to go through the schedule right here. We have not seen it yet.
Nope. I've not
The only
seen
thing we
anything.
know for sure, it was confirmed this morning that we're playing the Bears to open up SoFi on Sunday Night Football. So pretty excited about that.
Yes.
So we're going to start off with the preseason games. And so I kind of predicted that preseason games would be close to home with COVID and just everything else going on. So there's only 3 this year instead of 4. And they have added a 17th regular season game this year. So it's an 18-week schedule. So let's get started. So it looks like we will be hosting the Los Angeles Chargers for the first preseason game. So that's nice. We get to stay home and not travel.
Our house.
And yeah, so it's a battle for LA. I think we know where that battle is going to be won.
I hope so.
So second game is so there is no date for the first game yet. It says to be announced, but the second game is going to be on Saturday, August 28th, and that'll be in Denver at Mile High Stadium, taking on Drew Lock,
Possibly.
Teddy Bridgewater. We don't know yet, and it's a preseason game, so maybe neither of them are going to play. As you guys probably know, the Rams don't usually play their starters in the preseason. Sean McVay started that a few years ago, and a lot more teams are doing that.
You don't think he'll play Stafford? Just to see what the feel?
You know, I don't know. He might play a series, maybe 2 in total in the entire preseason. So
knowing McVay, he won't play him.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to give away any weapons. He doesn't want to show any cards. That's a total McVay thing to do.
Yeah. So, okay, so we go on the road to Denver.
Oh, I hope it's Vegas.
And then, interestingly, they only have 2 preseason games up here right now. So I'm pretty confident we have a third. I don't see it on here, but we'll check back on that. Most of you guys probably don't care about the preseason anyway, so let's just move on to the regular season. So it starts, as we mentioned, September 12th at SoFi. That's going to be an awesome night, Sunday Night Football. We will be there.
We will be there.
And really looking forward. We've been looking forward to this for 5 years.
Yeah.
So.
And expect a video of us. We will be getting there early. We're going to be taking a tour of the new stadium. We'll be showing you concession stands, the prices. It's obviously a brand new stadium, so it'll be the first time really anyone's been in there.
Yeah.
We're super pumped, and we're going to be bringing you that content as soon as we can.
Yeah. Okay, so now it says, I see what it is. The way our site's set up. So we do play the Raiders, the Las Vegas Raiders. That's our third preseason game, and that's a to be announced time as well. So they kind of had it out of order there. Okay, so next up, September 19th, we will be playing at the Indianapolis Colts. Carson Wentz is a new team. So that's all. Looks like it's going to be a 1:00 game out there. So that's good. So we're going to get an afternoon game, even though we're on Central Time. So that's nice. Yeah. Usually we get the 10 a.m. games.
Usually, we always do.
So Colts, that'll be a good early season test on the road. Interesting. Okay. We'll go back at the end and we'll kind of do our quick snap predictions of the first few games. And
I'm sure we'll get
see
a lot
where
of
we
those
go.
right.
Yeah, right. Okay, so then moving on to September 26th. Okay, so we are back home playing the defending champs and Tom Brady at SoFi. That's interesting. I didn't think we'd play them that early in the season, and also interesting.
It's a 1:25 game.
1:25, so that's Fox Game of the Week is the time for that. So I thought that would be a primetime game.
Is that Joe Buck?
That's Joe Buck and Troy Aikman. She's not a big fan of Joe Buck, but that's for another video for another time. Okay, so wow. So right off the bat, we've got the Bears made the playoffs, right? Yeah, the Bears played the Saints. So the Bears made the playoffs. The Colts made the playoffs, and the Bucks made the playoffs. So 3 playoff teams right off the bat. Okay, so moving on to October 3rd, a team that just barely missed the playoffs last year because we knocked them out. And then again, we're at home. So we're playing the Arizona Cardinals at SoFi on October 3rd. This actually scares me a little bit, all these home games early. You'd rather have the home games late. So I feel like we're going to be on the road a lot in December, but we'll see.
New?
We'll see. So good, the Cardinals made a lot of moves this offseason. J.J. Watt, A.J. Green. Who else did they get? They got another running back too. I can't think of who that was. I don't know. Anyways, they've added a lot of pieces, and they still have Kyler Murray. They did lose one of their best defensive backs, their corner. He went Patrick Peterson. He went to Minnesota. So we'll see how that goes. I still think that the Cardinals are probably the worst team in the division. But I have my thoughts on that. I think Seattle.
I was just gonna say it's a toss-up between them and Seattle right now.
But you never know. You never know.
You never know.
So okay, so now we've had a couple home games in a row. I expect we'd be on the road, and we are on the road. Okay, so Thursday night football. So we have a quick turnaround. I don't like a quick turnaround from a division game to another division game.
Yeah, but at least we're not. We're going from same time zone. It's a quick travel.
This is at Seattle. Sorry, I don't think we said that. Yeah. So this one's at Seattle. A quick turnaround. Be a quick turnaround for the Seahawks too.
Oh, I didn't see that it was Thursday.
Yeah, that's
again. But you know what? We're in the same time zone. It's a short flight.
Yeah, and what I like is we finally aren't playing at Seattle at the end of the season. I think I looked since 2010. I think 7 or 8 of those years of the last 10 have been either the last game of the year at Seattle or the second to last game. Yeah. So it's nice to play them early in the year. In fact, I think the year we went to the Super Bowl, we got to play them early in the year in Seattle. Yeah. So I do like that. You get your Thursday game out of the way early, so that's nice. And then we will go. So then we kind of have we have a little rest because we play a Thursday game. Mm-hmm. For an East Coast trip to the New York Giants. So I'm okay with that. I mean, we knew who the opponents were going to be. We knew we were going to have some cold weather possible games.
We've got like Tampa, Arizona, and then Seattle. I mean, we've got 3 hard games, so we definitely will need that rest before traveling all the way to the East Coast.
Yeah, so we get Daniel Jones and the Giants on October 17th. Again, what this looks like, it says it's a 1:00 game. So East Coast being in the afternoon game is really nice. Yeah. So we don't have to don't have to get used to that early morning 10 a.m. game. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're at the Giants. Still haven't had a bye week, which is good. We want the bye week as late as possible.
Yes.
So now the next game. That's a big one. So that's October 24th. This one, interestingly enough, not prime time. I thought it would be, but Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions are coming to SoFi to face Matt Stafford and the Rams. So this will be an interesting game on both sides. These quarterbacks were traded for each other, as obviously you most know.
So looking forward to this game.
Really looking forward to this. Might even be the game I'm most looking forward to on the schedule this year. Yeah. Just because it's just going to be interesting. Sean McVay against Jared Goff. And Matt Stafford going against his former team that he was with for a long time, 10 years, maybe 11 years, something like that.
2 of our coaches are there.
Our GM, our assistant GM is now their GM, so a lot of ties there. That'll be a great game. Yeah. I am surprised that this isn't prime time, but I do get it. It's the Detroit Lions.
I was going to say, I mean, as a fan, I was hoping, and as a matchup, Goff and Stafford, I was like, that would be great. Just in my heart, I wanted that to be a prime time, but I get why they didn't do it. I get it.
So, anyways, okay, so we've got October 24th, so now we've got to go down for the next slate of games here. Okay.
Oh.
So the next game is going to be, we're going to go back on the road this time. This game is interesting. You know what I'm just thinking now as I see the time here, 12 o'clock? I'm thinking it's the time zone that it's in. So those might be 10 a.m. games, though, those East Coast games that we saw. So we're playing the Texans at noon. So I'm guessing that's a 10 a.m. game here. We'll travel to Houston for that one. We don't really know what to think of Houston right now. Obviously, the elephant in the room is Deshaun Watson. Is he going to be there? We don't know. Right now, it doesn't look good for him, but I don't know. We'll see how that plays out.
Right now?
But if he isn't on the team, I just can't see this team being anything but a 3 or 4 win team and not very good. So that could be a breather for the Rams. However, if he is on the team, they're a playoff team. I mean, they're a legit top 10 team in the league. So we'll see how that goes. But that game's going to be on Halloween against the Houston Texans. Okay, so moving on. Again, we still haven't had a bye week, so it looks like we are going to get a late bye week, which is nice.
And then we're on the road, home, and then back on the road.
Yeah.
That's
and then we're back home. Okay, so we have another primetime game coming up. So we play the Tennessee Titans on November 7th at Sunday Night Football. So that'll be a 5:20 game. I thought the Titans might be a primetime game for us. You know, they're a great team. They've got Derrick Henry. You know, he's got that commercial slamming the Rams.
They did, didn't he, with Aaron Donald?
Yeah, Aaron Donald carrying him down. Anyways, I think it was an Old Spice commercial. I'm not sure. But anyway, so that'll be fun. That'll be a good game. The one thing that strikes me so far as I see the schedule, we have a really tough schedule. Yeah. I don't see any game other than a Deshaun Watson-less Houston's Texan team that's an automatic win on the schedule.
That's Neil, by the way. He is expressing his excitement for football.
He's got a squeaky football right now, so he's pretty excited. We say Aaron Donald, and he gets excited. That's his favorite player, by the way. Okay, so moving on. So prime time Sunday Night Football on November 7th at SoFi. And then we don't have to leave the state, but we do have to leave home. We will play the next week Monday Night Football at the San Francisco 49ers.
2 prime times in a row.
Yeah, so that'll be, that's going to be a big stretch. Again, that's 2 out of 3 division games so far will be prime time. The Cardinals game isn't. But we Seahawks on Thursday night, and then now we have Monday Night Football at San Francisco.
At San Francisco. Are we ever going to beat them?
McVay has not beaten Kyle Shanahan yet. My prediction is that will happen this year. Hopefully it happens on Monday Night Football.
This could be a make or break game. I'm going on the record right now. I'm going to say November 15th for our team. This is going to be a big game for us. This is going to be a tell-all. Do we have it?
Yeah.
I just have that feeling.
Yeah, I agree. And then the big question, that game is later in the year. So will Trey Lance, their number 3 overall pick, be the starter, or will Jimmy G still be in? Well, more than likely, he'll be hurt by then.
I mean, let's just hope it's not a Dolphins situation from last season where Fitzmagic was on fire, and then all of a sudden they're like, well, let's play the new guy against the Rams,
first game,
and then they just frickin' slammed us. So
that was a lot of turnovers and a lot of Jared Goff. For that one. Anyway, so, okay, a lot of big games. So we go Sunday Night Football, then Monday Night Football. Next up, okay, and then we have our bye. I like the bye right there. Obviously, I love having it in November, but I also like playing on Monday night. Normally, then you have a short week for Sunday, we have a bye, so we get a week off, and we get to enjoy that Thanksgiving until we get to Sunday afternoon, Lambeau Field. This is an afternoon game, so this will be, as of right now, the Fox game of the week, 125. So Green Bay Packers, LA Rams. Boy, oh boy, the schedule just one week after another. Is there any team that isn't a playoff contender that we play?
For real.
So we get the Packers.
And
and Lambeau. I'm glad it's a day game and not prime time, because that very well could have been prime time, and it's going to be even colder at night.
I was just going to say that. November 28th, I've obviously never been to Green Bay.
It's going to be cold.
I know it's going to be cold, but it shouldn't be
as cold.
Blizzard and snow.
I would actually prefer that one to be a 10 a.m. game. So the sun's up the whole time. But that game will probably play, the fourth quarter will be in the dark.
Okay, but we also have to remember that when we played cold games before, we had a California boy, whereas now we have a boy from Detroit.
NFC North
and
quarterback.
he knows cold, and he knows Lambeau.
He plays at the Bears and he plays at the Packers every year.
Yeah, so he knows it.
So hopefully, and maybe it'll be an Aaron Rodgers departure. Maybe he'll be in Denver. I doubt that. I really think that he's going to find a way to figure it out in Green Bay.
You're right. I just thought about that. What if he's not at Green Bay? That could be
an easier game, much easier game, because then
doubt
they again would have not a first year quarterback, but his first time playing,
season.
Jordan Love. So anyway, so we go Titans, 49ers, Packers. Wow, at least we have a bye in there, so that'll be nice coming off a bye going to Lambeau.
Yeah.
Nice little rest for us. So
I agree.
Okay, so then that'll get us to the home stretch in December and a nice break. Maybe we get
Hopefully.
we get Jacksonville Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence coming to SoFi on December 5th. I would imagine by that point Trevor Lawrence will definitely be starting.
He'll be established by
I'm
then.
actually thinking he's going to start day one.
I do too.
But
I was actually hoping our game against Jacksonville was going to be a lot earlier
yeah,
because this really gives
he's
him
going to have a
time
little more
to
experience.
he's going to, he'll probably be in the groove by December, I would hope.
Yeah.
So
So the Jaguars, I'm going to put that in one of the category where I think we should win that game. They are still the Jaguars, but they're doing some really nice things. A new Urban Meyer, new coach. I think this could be a dangerous team down the road, but I don't think they're going to be here this season.
Tim Tebow.
Yeah, we'll see if he makes the team. Okay, so after December 5th, we then go on the road, and hey, look at it, another primetime game on the road against a division opponent. So we go Monday Night Football at the Arizona Cardinals.
Wow.
So 3 of our 4 primetime games, all of our road games so far in the division are primetime. I mean, I guess that's the price you pay when you're a good team, and McVay's
why can't we have any of them at home?
Very true. We opened the season that so far we've just had one. So does that put us at 4 primetime? So maybe we have one more. I'm hoping we have one more at home.
That's a lot.
But we'll see here. So Cardinals, Monday Night Football, that could also be a huge game. Anytime it's a division game, It's a big game. And in December, it's even bigger. We'll see where they're at that point.
That's going to be an interesting game.
That'll be fun. Okay, so December 13th. So moving along, we go December 19th, and we get the Seattle Seahawks at home.
Shocker.
Interesting. So my guess is now the 49ers are going to be the last game of the season. We'll get there in a minute. But so we get the Seahawks at home December 19th, 125 game. Again, 125 means it is the Fox game of the week. Those can move throughout the season if they want, but it seems like we're getting a lot of those games of the weeks. The Joe Buck, Troy Aikman
I'm
game.
so excited. Joe Buck is a huge fan of the Rams, if anyone didn't know.
I'm gonna say that's gonna be obviously it's gonna be a big game.
That's gonna be
a lot of big games. And then we head into the holidays, Christmas, December 26th. We will be in a very cold Minnesota. However, they have a dome, so that's good. Stafford's used to playing there.
That's true.
So we play December 26th. We play a 10 a.m. game at the Vikings. Again, they didn't make the playoffs last year, but this team is always good. They're always a solid team.
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins, good quarterback. I put him on the Jared Goff level.
I would put him above the Jared Goff level.
Yeah, I think you're right. He doesn't. Well, I don't know. They're pretty comparable quarterbacks. Minnesota always has a good defense.
Vikings.
They have a good coach. So I like that matchup. So that'll be hopefully a nice post-Christmas present for us, a win in Minnesota.
Maybe we should go.
And then, wow, I forgot about this. So then January 2nd,
this is the
we're on the road again. And as I said earlier, so that's 3 out of 4 weeks on the road in December. We will be at the Baltimore Ravens. That is a cross-town football game. Now, this is going to be an afternoon game for us. So it's going to be a 125 game. That is nice when you're traveling to the East Coast. I don't like traveling to the East Coast the second to last week of the year because we all know what the last game is going to be now. We can guess it's going to be the 49ers.
Hopefully at home.
And the 49ers at home. Interesting thing, the first thing that stands out to me is this will be the first season in 3 or 4 years that we didn't get the Max 5 primetime games. That surprises me with the new stadium and all that. And we made the playoffs. We won a playoff game last year. We got 4. Correct me if I'm wrong, I think we have 4 primetime games. I thought maybe the 49ers game. And you know what? It still could be. So a new thing that they're doing this year, I don't know if people are aware of this, that they usually have a Monday night opener doubleheader. Mm-hmm. This year they're not doing that. They're just going to have one Monday night game. That's actually the Ravens and the Raiders opening up Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. Mm-hmm. So instead of having a doubleheader then, they're going to have a doubleheader the last Saturday of the season, and they're going to flex those games into the Saturday. It's going to be 2 playoff implication games. So very well, we could be playing a primetime game against the 49ers on Saturday, January 8th. We don't know. We'll see how that goes. Quick thoughts before we do a game-by-game prediction of what stands out at you?
I think we have a lot of tough games, and like you said, we're at home early and we're on the road late, and that.
The one advantage of that is, pile up some wins early at home.
And defense travels.
Defense does travel. And again, a lot of the road games we're going to are places Stafford's familiar with, which is nice. I don't like that 3 of our 4 primetime games are on the road at divisional opponents.
Yeah.
That stings a little bit, but
that's
hey,
rough.
It is what it is. Okay, so real quick predictions. I'm going to go with first game Rams-Bears at home. I'm sorry, there's no way we're losing the first game at home. Whether it's Justin Fields' first game or Bengals quarterback that went to the Cowboys last year, Andy Dalton is if it's
I hope it's Andy Dalton.
I don't care who it is. We're going to win that game, so I'm predicting a win. You?
I would love a win. Okay.
All right. So next game on the road at the Colts. So Carson Wentz versus Matt Stafford. They are a very good football team, and they made some very good moves this offseason. I'm actually going to go ahead and give us a loss here. I definitely think this is a toss-up game. I think Matt Stafford's better than Carson Wentz, but we all know it's not quarterback versus quarterback. There's a lot more parts. However, and I don't know if this defense is the same as last year's, then yeah. Actually, if the defense is the same as last year's, I think we can go to the Super Bowl.
Okay, so you're giving us a loss?
Yeah.
Because I'm giving us a win for this one.
Okay.
Because of the following week.
Okay. So then week 3, after the loss, in my book.
Win. I think we're going to be 2-0 at that point.
We're going to beat the Tampa Bay Bucks and Tom Brady in SoFi. It's a second game there. That place is going to be nuts.
I don't know.
Okay, I'm going with a win. I'm guessing you're going with a loss.
I'm going with a loss.
So we both have us at 2-1 right now. Next up, we've got the Cardinals at home, back-to-back home games. We have never lost to the Cardinals under Sean McVay. I think we will this year, but I don't think it'll be this game. I think we win at home. We get it done. We're 3-1.
I do too, because I could easily see a loss late in the game if, for contenders.
Yeah. Okay, so up next, we got a short week, Thursday night football against the Seattle Seahawks. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say this is a win. Mm-hmm. Our defense, specifically Aaron Donald, just always has Russell Wilson's number.
He knows exactly how much he weighs.
Yeah. I think we're going to win this one. We're going to get it to 4-1. And again, I'm really excited about this offense. I think we're going to see a very different team, especially as the year goes by. We've got a very smart quarterback. He's got weapons with Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods, Deshaun Jackson, Van Jefferson, and our second round pick Tutu. We'll see what he can do. So even if we get some injuries there, and Cam Akers, Tyler Higbee.
Cam's my boy.
So yeah. So anyway, so I get us to 4-1 at that point, excuse me, 3-1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 3-1. But I do get us to 4-1 as we make an East Coast trip. We get a little extra time between. I think it's 10 days off, and then we go to MetLife to the Giants. I'm going to put that as a win as well.
I do too, because of what happened last season. Not what.
We beat them last year.
I thought we lost them last year.
No, we did. We played them at home. We beat them. It was just a very low-scoring game. So anyways, so that gets us to 4-1. Up next, Big game against Jared Goff and the Lions. And as I'm going through this schedule now, I'm realizing I think we're gonna win this game. We're gonna get to 5-1, and I'm really liking a 5-1 start. So
I am too, but I go back and forth with this Detroit Lions.
I just don't think their defense is going to be able to keep up, but they will know Stafford, but we know Goff.
And Goff knows us.
Yeah.
That's what you're forgetting. Goff knows McVay. Goff knows the ins and out. He basically helped build this team from the Fisher days. He's got a chip on his shoulder, and we've seen what happens when he comes back with a vengeance. Think of the Kansas City game. Look what he did.
Yeah.
I'm saying that's going to be a tough one. I don't know if I can give us a win on this one. I want to. But
I'm giving us a win. Are you giving us a loss?
No, I'm going to give it a win.
Okay. All right. So we're 5-1. I don't think we need to talk much about the Texans. Well, I'm going to say that Deshaun Watson isn't playing. I could be completely wrong on that. I'm going to give us a win.
Sure.
I'm going to guess that's going to get us to 6-1. Then we play the Tennessee Titans, a very good Titans team. It is at home on Sunday Night Football.
I'm going to give a loss on that.
I'm going to go win because of the next week's game. I think I'm going to get us to 7-1 there. Is it 7-1?
I don't know. You're keeping count.
Yeah, 5-1, 6-1. Yeah. So I'm going to get us a win to 7-1. You're going to give us a loss to 6-2. The following week against the 49ers, I am going to say that's a loss to 7-2.
A win, so we're both at 7-2.
Okay.
And I think we're going to win against Green Bay.
So then we have a bye week, and coming off a bye week, that's usually an advantage. I don't know when the Packers' bye week is yet. My guess is it's not the week before. So going to Green Bay, 7-2. I'm going to give us a loss. She's going to give us a win.
Interesting.
So we're 7-3. You're 8-2.
You're going to give us a loss after our bye week?
Yeah, it's tough to win in Lambeau late in the year like that. So I'm going to go with a loss. So that puts us to 7-3. Jacksonville win, 8-3. Cardinals Monday Night Football. Boy, oh boy. I'm going to go with...
This is tough.
I'm going to say the Cardinals win that one in Arizona.
So you're going to think we lose...
8-4 at this point.
Okay. I'd say we win.
Okay, so you're at 9-3. Next week at home against the Seattle Seahawks.
I think that's going to be the loss.
And I'm going to go the other way for a win. So we're both at 9-4 now. Should be good enough to make the playoffs, hopefully. At Minnesota, I'm going to go with a win here to get us to 10-4. And then I'm going to give us a loss. Boy, we just haven't been able to figure out Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. They beat us 45 to something. I don't know if that was last year or the year before.
Yeah.
But anyways, I'm going to give us a loss there.
And I'm going to say we've already clinched at this point, and I'm going to say we're going to have some resters in Frisco, and we'll probably end up losing that game.
I don't know. So what's our record going in the last week then?
Well, we were at 10-4.
So we'd be at 11-5 going into the last week, actually. And then I'm going to guess that we play our starters and we win. I'm going with a 12-5 record. Is that what you're going with?
Sure.
Okay. We're going with a 12-5 record. Apologize if we didn't get all the wins and losses right. We're just kind of going through this real quick. This is our first video.
Yeah. Don't come for us at the comments, but we do want to hear your thoughts and your opinions. What do you think is going to happen this season? What do you think about the moves we've made as a team? We want to know.
Yeah. So
what game are you most excited for?
Yes. And I will say, I think I've already said this, Detroit Lions is the game I'm most excited for. What is your game that you're most looking forward to now that you've seen the schedule?
Definitely the Lions, just for the heart, and the Goff whole that situation. But to go, I can't wait to go to that Bears game, and I can't wait to see that stadium all lit up and loud with everyone screaming. It's going to be insane.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Good. Well, hope you guys liked our video. We're going to try to do more of these throughout the season, do some analysts. We're going to try to get you some of our reactions from watching games, which can be very interesting with us. We'll talk about our game rituals and things like that in later videos. But hope you liked it, and we'll see you guys soon.
All right. Take care.